off-the-charts great athlete. And some of those dunks and follows, he dunked in a guy's face and jumped over the top of him. The whole place went. I think that's going to wind up being an outstanding pick. And David Griffin continues to do a magnificent job in rebuilding that Pelicans team after the loss of Anthony Davis. They're going to be a fun team to watch this year with Zion and everybody else. I'll be back tomorrow, regular time on the Dave Smith Show. Hit me up on Twitter for all the details at Dave Sports God. And stay tuned now for SB Nation Radio.
This is number 58, Antoine Peterson, better known as Tony Sweets. And you're listening to Western Missouri Radio, home of the Cleveland Cobras on westernmissouriradio.com.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on Western Reserve Radio. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts, a big fan of the All-Star festivities in Cleveland, despite the fact that the American League beat his National League 4-3 last night.
I thought the city of Cleveland did a fantastic job. The logistics, the city, the weather, the fans, as far as the parade, during the game, attentive, cheering for past and present Indians, and they were just really engaged. So Major League Baseball, the city of Cleveland got it right.
On the winning side, Red Sox manager Alex Cora called it an amazing experience.
I never envisioned myself in an All-Star game. Obviously, we did what we did, and we got the opportunity to be here. But overall, it's one of the best baseball experiences I ever had in my life.
Wrangler's the 2019 Motor Trend SUV of the year. Great deals available now at the Jeep Summer Sales Event. The Sports Flash is driven by Jeep. Chuck Sanders, Western Reserve Radio.
Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. Soon you'll have a separate fridge in the basement where extra groceries are exiled forever. Remember that frozen lasagna? Of course you don't. It's been down there since 2008. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance. Piece of cake. Behind the lasagna, it's very old. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Walmart's grocery pickup and delivery is a definite winner. And if you haven't tried it, here's how it works. Either download the Walmart grocery app or go to grocery.walmart.com. Place your order and select an exact time for pickup or a 1-hour window for delivery. Satisfaction guaranteed because the folks in the store are trained to pick the best items, just like if you were picking for yourself. If you're not satisfied, you get your money back. Use the code WOWFRESH for $10 off on $50 or more. It's a great service. Walmart grocery pickup and delivery. It's quick, easy, and convenient.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard, so you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
Get ready. It's Fight Night in Youngstown with your host, owner and editor of YoungstownBoxingNews.com, Brian Whan.
We are back at you here, Fight Night in Youngstown, coming at you from the Gessler Propane Studio in the beautiful Struthers, Ohio. Man, we just had a nice meal over there at the Mexican place in front of this, and almost didn't make it over here in time. Took us about 30 minutes to even get 2 waters. But outside of that, man, they excellent service over there, excellent food. But we got some special guests with me here this evening. Danny Rosenberger, Youngstown, jumping all different weight classes. What weight class you fighting this upcoming fight at?
Super welterweight, 154.
154 welterweight fight. He's going to be taking on Justin Johnson Saturday night at the Carnegie Music Hall of Homestead, right out there in suburban Pennsylvania. And sitting off to Danny's left here, Tom Cordell. And a lot of you guys who follow the Youngstown boxing scene knows Tom Cordell is. helps out with the lights out management, does the matchmaking for them, and he helps train Danny, and he has hands all over the Youngstown boxing scene, helping out at Downtown Boxing Club there. And so, hey, let's get at it, man. Danny, you now have the title of Youngstown's busiest fighter. I mean, and it's not even close. You fought, I think, 6 times in 2018, and this will be your 4th fight in 2019?
Yep, my 4th fight.
4th fight in 2019, and let's see here. You, what, a win, lose, and draw so far in the year?
Yep.
It should be 2 wins. 2 wins.
Yeah, should be 2.
The fight in Mountaineer. The fight in Mountaineer, that was a little disappointing there, the decision. I still don't know how that score got, scored a draw, but, hey, sometimes you got to live with those kind of decisions, especially in a state like West Virginia. But here we are, man. You're going to be back at it this Saturday. I mean, just really, about a 5-week turnaround here from your May fight there, home fight there when you took out a kid from Detroit area, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan, and he just had a big fight on one of these cards, I believe. Did
he win?
In Vegas.
He lost a decision, but he gave it his all, man. And that
oh, okay.
What was that kid's name, man? Who's your last opponent?
I can't remember.
I just pulled up the article, so I'll find it here.
There's so many of them.
Yeah,
we fight so much.
Yeah,
and this is the only dude who you really lose track of his fights. But I'll pull that up here.
Yeah, you can pull it up real quick.
Gotta go on the old box rec. You got that long box rec going now, man.
Yeah. No, yeah, I guess you get his name up yet?
We're pulling it up here right now. As I say, I usually have all these pages ready to go, but Kevin Shacks.
Kevin Shacks, that's right. Yeah, that I guess he fought where it was in Vegas.
Yeah.
I guess he fought that kid toe to toe and lost decision.
Now the fight before that, you went toe to toe. You fought for the USA New England middleweight title.
Yeah.
Went on the road, fought a guy named Kendrick Ball Jr. This was in the middle of March. And Ball Jr., what was he, about 6'4.5"? 6'4.5", and you got some sparring in with you got some sparring in with Willie Nelson for that.
Yeah, a little bit. We had one session with Willie.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that one.
I think
that
we had
6th
one.
round. Yeah,
a few more would have definitely. Would have helped.
But that's the thing, man. And I talk to Danny a lot, and one thing we talk about is activity. And you even said it right now. You're 29 years old. And I wouldn't say that you're kind of like a young 29 though. If you watch you fight, you don't get punched much.
No, I like how I look.
So you got to protect that face. Here we go.
Here we go.
No, I like the smart. I like the fight smart.
Yeah. And that's the object of the game. And I talked to your dad before, Rusty. And for those of you who don't know, his dad was the former New Jersey middleweight state champion.
Yeah.
Rusty Rosenberger.
Plus numerous Cleveland Golden Glove titles, Youngstown Golden Glove titles, national
titles and
national titles. I mean, he just is.
He's a machine.
His amateur record is just.
Rusty's one of the legends on the Youngstown boxing scene, no doubt.
Yeah.
And whenever I see him, man, he still sticks me with
great guy.
Still hits me with a hook on my side, man, and I'm like, oh man, this guy can.
You don't realize how hard he hits you either.
No, you gotta imagine all my brothers and I growing up having to deal with that. He used to make us run a mile before we allowed to eat.
Oh man,
we'd be hungry in the morning. It'd be like 6 o'clock. He'd be like, he hit the road.
Get that road work.
Before we allowed to eat. Before we get home, we get off the bus. He'd be sitting there with his arms crossed. He goes, "Come on, books down. Let's go. Hit the road." Before you're allowed to do your homework, you have to run a lap.
And if you didn't do it, you got cut that hook in the body, huh?
Oh my god, that old school parenting. But
no, but Rusty, he's a legend on the scene, man. And man, if you know Rusty, man, he'll put get you, then boom, and you're like, oh man. But I talked to him, and he even said, man, the object of boxing is not to get punched. And that's the problem, man. People want to sit there and say, styles make fights. Yeah, styles make fight, but I can sit there, how come in boxing, when you got two guys that are fundamentally sound, have good defense, it gets called a boring fight? But if you got two pitchers in a baseball game, throwing like a one-hitter, everybody praises it as a pitcher's
great
game.
That's a great comparison. I never even thought of it like that.
And it's kind of funny. Or in the NFL, you know, I mean, some fans might say, oh, man, you know, the Baltimore Ravens versus Pittsburgh Steelers, you know, a 10-7 ball game, you know, and you know, oh, this is a great game featuring two of the better defenses in football, man, great defensive game. And so it's kind of funny when you get two good defensive fighters that go at it, or two guys that are, you know, at the top of their game, like a Pacquiao or and a Mayweather when they fought. I mean, what I could have told everybody, you know, for the $89.99 that you're going to be spending, you're going to get a boring fight. I could have told everybody that.
See, a lot of people think it's boring, but someone like me watching it, I thought it was entertaining. 'Cause, you know, figured each other out like that. That's
and that's why I told you about your fight against Kevin Shax. Is you kind of took the first round a little bit, you know, and filled it out, and then after that, man, you were flawless after that, and you pretty much, you know, you fought the fight that you needed to fight. You didn't get suckered into his fight.
Right. He controlled the whole fight with the jab.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, he worked everything off the jab. I mean, you know.
Yeah, for the first time.
Fix it.
For the first time any of my fights, I got jab happy.
Yeah. He did. Yeah.
You know, then when I did let my right hand go, then I knocked him down. That's what.
Yep.
And that's the story of your career, and we talk behind your back about that a lot. About letting the hands go.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Sammy and I
say all the time. Well, I was gonna say it to him. You gotta let your hands go.
Oh no, everybody's on me like that. Especially my brother Josh. He's
he was down there today.
Yeah, you know, he comes down
busting his balls.
Every time I get a fight coming.
That's the barber, right?
Yeah.
Where's he cutting hair at now? Let's plug him real quick.
Yeah, he cuts hair at Cornerstone Barbershop in Niles.
He does good work, man. He's always posting pictures on Facebook and stuff like that.
You see well, my hair comes out, my beard. You know.
Yeah.
He does me right. You know, I'm going there tomorrow morning, so or no, not tomorrow, Friday morning.
Friday morning, get ready for that fight. But hey, there's been you know, of all the fights I've been going with you to, you know, seeing you fight. Let's see here. The first fight I saw you fight when I started this website would have been in I think November 2017, and you fought Bobby Osterreiter.
I remember that.
And
at Carnegie
Music Hall, where we're going right now.
That's right.
And you let your hands go, man. You caught him in the body. And you took the win right out of him, I think. Was it a body shot? Took the win right out of him?
A couple body shots, yeah.
I knocked him down 2-3 times.
Twice. Yeah, well, actually 3 times, but the referee only called two.
That same referee does that almost every fight.
Now, was he the same fight at the Mark Daly fight?
Yeah, same guy.
I'm still trying to figure out how you didn't get credit for a knockout that fight.
That's what I said. They called it off. Like
they called it off.
Yeah. They didn't say it was knockout.
And I swear, and I had my daughter with me who's out there in the lobby probably watching her silly YouTube videos. But I remember sitting there, you know, and all of a sudden I thought it was a knockout win. I'm all fired up, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden I see them collecting scorecards. And I'm like, oh, no, here we go, man. Because I know how this goes, man. I mean, you've seen that story before. I've seen some horrible decisions before. And I thought this was going to be one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. But luckily, I think it came out pretty unanimous. It was a unanimous decision.
Unanimous. Yeah. And I think one of the judges had me not even knocking him down once.
They pretty much scored it like a 76, like 80 to 70, like or whatever it would be, 40 to 36 or something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
No, man, but I was scared, man. And then you let your hands go against Mark Daly.
Yeah.
You let him go. You let him go, and that was hostile territory. And I started, you know, I'm taking a look at your resume
had a lot of
here,
fans down there.
and it's like, man, anytime Danny fights on a hostile territory, you know, on the road, it seems like you step up a little bit.
Yeah, I get a lot of messages on Facebook for fights and, you know, undefeated guys, and I'm like, yeah, you know, what's it paying, and they're like, well, let me check with them first, and they'll message me back, hey, they said no, they're not interested. I just, you know, sometimes I flirt with them, like, why? And they're like, oh, you're unpredictable, we don't know. But
oh, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, then who could forget of September of this past, Labor Day weekend when you fought Plumeri?
Oh yeah.
That was your quick. That was a quick night's work.
Yeah.
That was at the Meadows too, wasn't it?
And the funny thing is
Mountaineer.
Was that a Mountaineer?
Yeah, because I remember the blackjack table. I won a lot of money then.
Oh, that's.
And you know what? And yeah, Plumeri came into that fight winless, but he had been in there with some dogs, man. You know, and
it lasted longer than he did with me.
Well, he turned around right after that fight and got his first victory.
Yeah.
And then he fought our boy Pretty Richie.
Pretty
Richie out there, and on the last McSorley show
in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, if that fight would have won another round, Plumeri wins that fight.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what
They said it was a close
what
fight.
I watched. A lot of people said that he won the fight.
It was a
Really?
good fight, man. Palmieri looked like a whole different fighter. Now, my understanding is Palmieri, he really doesn't have a trainer.
No, he don't. He trains
on
himself.
He's kind of like the
That's what he was
kind
telling
of like
us.
our boy Latisse Norman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Latisse will be fighting on the same card as you this upcoming Saturday, alongside who sat in this chair beside me too, Razimi and Ford.
Yeah.
And this is a pretty
Yeah, it's a
stacked-
loaded card. Yeah.
It's
pretty nice.
It's going to be a loaded card, and we'll get to that. Down
Yeah,
the
like
thing,
8
but-
fights on there.
Oh
I think
man,
it's an 8-bout card, ain't it?
Yeah, what's his Liambi?
yeah. Lumbar Pinchuk.
Lumbar,
Pinchuk. 10-1-1, and the guy's fighting is 7-0. I think he's coming in from like Florida, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did an
okay.
interview with him with Limber. What's his name? Limchek?
Pinchuk.
Yeah, Pinchuk.
Yeah.
And in his big interview, they said my name, and they're like, "What do you think about him?" They're like, "He goes, tough fighter, fights all tough guys, no easy fights."
Yeah, great people, man. Trained by Mike McSorley, who's called into the show. Limbar called into our show like with Mike the one time, along with Oleg. And McSorley's awesome, man. He puts on great fights. He likes those historical venues, man.
Yeah.
He was doing it down at the the Priory Grand Hall there, where scenes of Southpaw was filmed at.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's right. I didn't realize that. I did not even realize that.
And
venue.
Carnegie Music Hall, though, and I think the problem is I think he kind of outgrew the Priori, because if you recall his last card down there, man, it was just
sold out.
It was
I think
sold
it was
out,
sold
packed.
out.
People were complaining.
Yeah.
I know the kid from Butler, who had a nice career as a heavyweight and cruiserweight.
Oh, you talk about Brian Minto.
Pat
Yeah.
Nelson. I know he was in on him on Instagram saying, "Man, what the heck, man? I couldn't get anywhere near the ring, and and he said and I remember Mike said he's gonna reevaluate things, but Mike's a smart guy, man. He's a stand-up guy, and he knew the situation, and I think Carnegie Music Hall definitely makes sense for him. And I can't wait for this night. As we said, Lumbar Pinchuk is 10-1 fighter. Now calls Pittsburgh home. He's from the Ukraine. He's going to be fighting Johnny Langston. I think he's from Sarasota, Florida. Undefeated record. They're going to be fighting for that ABF Continental America's Cruiserweight title, which means our homegirl Claire Burke should be in.
Claire, yeah.
And I think I'm going to talk to her when I'm there and get her to maybe call into a show sometime and talk about belts like the ABF. Like why they're important, and they are important. It gives you something to fight for. You need those regional type belts.
And it's a stepping stone for the major titles too.
You win an ABF, man. You might put yourself on a radar for an NABF.
And the ABF is starting to get some.
Some steam.
It's starting to make a name for itself. I mean, it's starting to.
They got. I think they got one that. And I talked to.
She's all over the place.
Oh, she's awesome, man. And I talked to a fighter, and she's pretty decent looking.
Oh yeah, she's hot. Oh yeah, she's hot.
I know Tommy's always commenting on her pictures.
Yeah, I know. He's got those hard eyes.
Every picture she posts, Tommy's up on it. First one too. First comment. First comment. Yeah, he does.
Bullshit. Not the first one. Maybe the third.
We're gonna need it.
We're gonna have to put up on Facebook.
I'm gonna have to see his DMs.
Yeah,
But you're right, man. He posts those hard eyes.
He sends a picture. He sends a picture of me with my shirt out with his face plugged in.
What's wrong with that?
As long as you don't send the eggplant emoji, we're good to go.
Yeah, eggplant.
The eggplant
and the finger emoji.
We got a phone call coming through here. You're on Fight Night in Youngstown. Who we got on the line?
That's Brian Sims.
Brian Simpson.
My dude.
What up?
My dude, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. I was just calling to shout my boy Danny out. I saw him on live, man. I had to show him some love, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you. I came to see your last fight.
Yeah. I ain't get the decision.
I don't know, man. It was close.
Was that the fight at Northfield?
Yeah. I drove out there. I told Brian I'd come out, so I
didn't see, man. I was down there, yeah. You're fighting this weekend though yourself, right, Brian?
Oh yeah, yep. I'm fighting here in Cleveland.
Is that the kind of like are you fighting a Canadian fighter then? I see it kind of billed as like Cleveland versus Canada.
Yeah, USA Canada thing.
Yeah. We're USA versus Canada. They got Floyd Mayweather Sr. coming down here. I think Corey Spring's gonna be down here.
Woo.
It's gonna be a hell of a show, man.
Danny, I might not be making out to your fight now. You know what I'm saying? No, that sounds like an awesome. That's awesome, man. And I know anytime they do like a card, I don't know if you ever flirted with anything like that. Against Canadian teams or whatever.
Yeah,
like that.
we had
those
over
cards
the
always,
years. We've had we've done it like 3 different times.
Yeah,
I did one
once
for
with Jack.
Yeah, I fought one for Jack before I fought.
Yeah, we done that one with Jack and Lights Out.
Yeah,
5 years ago.
Yeah,
and then we done it like a couple other times with just Lights Out and Canada.
So how's things going up there in Cleveland for you, Brian?
Oh, it's all good, man. I can't wait to get back down to the Yodo, man.
When are you?
I missed that work. I missed that work.
You gonna make that permanent move or just kind of make this your side hustle?
Well, what are you talking about,
like,
bro?
You coming back to Youngstown, man? You making the
that's the plan. I'm just trying to get my finances and stuff situated, and
yeah,
I'm coming back to downtown boxing, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. And even though you've stepped away from Youngstown right now, you're up in Cleveland, or whatever, but you're still a Youngstown fighter to me. Always will be.
Yep.
Buddy.
So definitely, man. Hey, when you get back in here, man, I'm gonna need you to pull up the chair next to me, man, and come in studio.
Oh, for sure, man. And Danny, man, I need you to drop this move. How you drop my ass all them damn times.
That right hand.
That right hand, baby.
Danny's got dangerous right hand, and we've talked about though. It's like sometimes he admires his work.
Yeah, I call that picture taking. It's a bad habit. You throw it, try to see the damage you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you let the guys recover. I'm telling you right now, man. When you fought Justin Steve, you had him hurt a few times.
Yeah.
And if you would have had anything coming behind it, I was like, come on. But no, you live and learn, man. And Brian, I know you agree with me, man. I think Danny's gonna let his hands go this time around.
Well, hell yeah, I see Danny being a world champion one day. I promise you, man.
My dude, that's how I feel about you, Brian.
Never too late, man.
Nope, never is.
Never too late. Long as you believe in yourself, can't nobody do nothing with you, man.
My dude. Yeah, I missed that work down here, man.
Oh yeah, I'm coming. I'm gonna be down there tomorrow, but I know I ain't sparring either. But I'm gonna come down there.
Yeah, I heard you spar with my dude Latisse.
Oh, you got some work in with Latisse Norman.
Who? Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, I was down there with him.
Yeah.
You know what? Right after you guys were done, he messaged me on Facebook. He goes, "Hey, your boy Brian Sims." He goes, "That's one tough cat." I was like, man, I know.
Yeah,
we have hundreds of rounds in together, man.
Latisse is kind of like becoming like a crowd favorite of everybody. He's a very mysterious feller.
Oh yeah.
Not too much known about him except for what he puts out there on Facebook. Which is all his personal business, But no, Latisse is definitely, man. I like Latisse, man. He just wants to fight, and he's all about it. And so actually, on my website tomorrow, I interviewed Latisse, and talked to him. So I have a story on Latisse Norman actually dropping tomorrow. Gotta show Latisse some love.
Yeah, his alias, No Love.
No love.
No Love.
I asked him, I said, Latisse, why you call yourself No Love Latisse No Love Norman? Because I ain't getting no love in this sport.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, I think his first fight when he fought David Rodriguez, I think he came in like 15 pounds overweight at the weigh-in.
He did Rodriguez.
That was on Jack Lowe's show last year.
Rodriguez was heavy.
No, Latisse was heavy.
No, Latisse was heavy.
Latisse
was.
Yeah, that's right. Because I told him
he went out running with jeans on.
Yes, I told him where a sauna room was, a steam room. I was trying to tell him to go hit that steam room real quick.
Yeah, he came in like 15 pounds overweight. And he was out like running the block with like jeans off. Finally, they're like, you know what? We'll just figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, you were there for that weigh-in. Yeah. That's good times, man. Dude, something awesome always happens at Youngstown weigh-ins, man. There's no getting around it. Or Youngstown events. Who could forget I think it was a Lights Out Management promoted fight. I think Brian probably fought on the card where they didn't have a belt, said he used a pot in a pan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
Ukrainian Hall.
Yeah, at the Ukrainian Hall. They forgot the oh my God, James with the ring from Akron forgot to bring down the bell. So we were like, well, what that? We didn't realize it till
the pot and
show.
pan.
Yeah, so we had to pot and pan, baby.
That's
we was confused on if they were ringing the bell or not. Yeah, I remember that.
Hey, if that don't show what Youngstown is, I don't
That's
know what would.
Youngstown, yeah. That's
That's
Youngstown.
That's a straight fighting city right there.
That's Youngstown.
Yeah, we use a pot and pan for the bell.
That's what.
I mean, it is what it is.
Went down to the kitchen, and I think it might have been Mike that brought it. Said, "Yeah, we'll use it."
That's wild, man.
Wooden spoon in a pot.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
So how's everything going in your personal life, man?
Oh, everything cool, man. You know, found out I got a little boy on the way. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
Congratulations, man. Future
On your little
champion of
one.
the world, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let us know so we can send you some diapers, man.
Yeah.
Not for you, for the baby.
Yeah, for the baby, not for you.
Right.
AZ Brian be trying to try them on.
I know.
Yeah.
No, Brian's a class act, man. One of my
he's
one of my
great,
favorite
great.
people in the sport. And
We miss you, B. You got to get back here, man.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Sammy
man.
and I could bust your ass in the gym.
For real.
Yeah, before you come back, though, I'm going to come see you up at Progressive Field up there. Come catch
Oh,
it.
yeah. We should go up there to a
Yeah.
baseball game. You know, I hate baseball, but
Yeah, but
just
still.
go see him.
Yeah, what
Mess
kind-
with him.
kind of
What's he-
discount
what's
we
he-
get from Brian.
Throw
What's-
peanut shells at him and
What's
shit.
Sims
as well.
got going on up there? What you doing up there at Progressive Field?
I think he does the beer thing. Do you still do the beer?
Yeah, I'm
The beer
bartending.
thing?
What, you slinging beer?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm
Let's hear
playing
it.
beer, man.
Okay, so you're walking down my aisle. How do you get people's attention? Let's hear it.
Well, no. Well, I actually work. I'm like a bartender.
Ice
Oh,
cold
you're like
beer
a
here.
bartender. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, man.
Ice cold beer here.
Walking on.
Hey, Latissa, our boy Latissa's actually tuned in right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Oh, good old Latisse.
What's
man.
up, Tease?
Dude, Latisse, man, if you got a cell phone on you here after when we come back from break in like 6 minutes, dude, definitely call
6
in.
minutes. I'll be asleep by then.
Oh, my God.
You're stupid.
Dude, that'd be awesome. Get Latisse calling.
Yeah.
No
Oh, yeah.
love, Norman.
So Danny, who you fighting?
Justin Johnson.
Justin Johnson.
Okay. I ain't never heard of him.
Yeah, we'll keep it that way after this fight. It'll just be one of my my past fighters I beat.
This is a big fight for you though, Danny. Every time you're
Yeah.
like ready to put like a streak together, it's like you know what I mean. You take that 5 steps, 4, and I think this could be the fight that finally gets on level ground
Right,
here.
to get me to where I'm
Got
actually
to, man. You got-
to
you
get my
gotta get to
potential that
500.
actually I'm at.
So
Yeah.
you get to 500, man. And it's funny. I talked to Danny, the one time you said, after you, I think it was maybe after you beat Plumeri, you looked at me, you said, it's amazing how your phone rings off the hook after you win.
Oh, it's crazy. Oh man, man. After my last one, that Kevin Shacks, what is it, last month?
Yeah.
Man, I got so many messages. Good job, great fight. Let me know when the next one is. But then whenever I lose one, your phone, you have like 2 missed calls and one message.
And that's why that's why I hate when
Yeah,
I win,
man.
because I always shoot out questions from my messenger, you know what I mean? And then I end up getting buried on all these people, messaging from Facebook, good luck, and then then all of a sudden I'll get a message from these people, be like, oh man, sorry, I didn't see your message. I'm like, I see how I am now, but
Well,
nah.
I get when my girlfriend Rachel, she'd be like, "Where you at? Hurry up." Hey, that last fight, the Kevin Shacks fight, I win. I'm talking to everybody, give them, high five, shaking hands, taking pictures.
Yeah.
And she's sitting back in the locker room with her arms crossed. She goes, "What are you doing? Why do you have to go talk to everybody right now?"
Now she's not listening, is she?
I hope not. Hey, she might be. I don't know. Who knows? No, she's sports, man, and everything.
Yeah, I see her at all the fights, man. I see your brother at all the fights. I see Rusty time to time.
Yeah,
and
it's just hard for Rusty to travel to some places, because he can't drive anymore. Well, I mean, he can. We just don't let him.
Yeah.
No, you don't want him behind the wheel.
No, he was bad driving when I was a kid. No, but family-wise, my brothers are always there. My brother Robbie, Josh, Scotty, they're usually
you
always
do
there.
got great family support.
Yeah,
That's
man.
one thing about your sisters, your mother, your brothers.
And it's best
friends.
It's funny too, because when I do lose, and a lot of these guys I lost who I know I can beat. You'll see them get the call. Josh will be like, "Dude," he goes, "I'm about to beat your ass if you don't stop." What are you doing? He goes, "You're better than these guys." I go, And he gets in my face. I was like, bro, you don't even fight anymore, Josh. So now he's been coming back to the gym because I talk shit to him.
That's right. He's fighting August 14th.
August 14th. I hope Josh is watching.
Your brother's fighting August 14th?
Yes.
Yep.
We got him. We booked him a fight today.
Awesome.
That's right, baby.
I think
he's making his amateur debut.
Man, so another Rosenberger for me to cover.
At Lawrence County Fairgrounds.
See,
T. Black's show.
He thinks he's too old. He's only 30.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still a baby.
Oh, my God. Right? Did you see him? But he's better looking than me, I think. He thinks.
You guys ain't throwing him to the wolves against someone like Brian Sims, then?
No.
No. I'm
Brian
gonna tell
Sims.
him. No. I'm gonna tell T. Black no more than 2 fights.
There we go.
Perfect.
No more than 2 fights.
Hey, let him fight Isaac, man.
Oh my God, no.
Who?
Isaac won't have no chance.
Who? Your brother?
Who? Isaac.
Isaac's your
Isaac
brother.
who?
Isaac Chapman.
I don't know him.
Hey,
Isaac
man.
Chapman. He used to fight. He boxes.
Where he been?
Right.
Where's he been?
Where's he been? Where has he been? He's been running around the streets of the north side, bro.
Hey, I told him the one day he came.
It's ridiculous,
last
man.
week.
He got so much talent.
Yeah, I told him, you see Johnny Ford right now? He's like, yeah, I'm better than Johnny.
Prove it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, man, you should be ashamed. You're just as good as him. I was
Yeah.
like, you outrun the streets, man. Look at him. He's progressing his career.
He's got fan base, and he's
Yep.
Staying
his name
humble.
out there.
He's got his name out there. He's created like he's creating a brand for himself, man.
Yeah, he is.
I'm proud of him for
He got
that,
a big
man.
following.
Good kid.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man.
Ron, when you turn pro, bro, why you keep messing around?
Well, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go to the Olympic trials in October. And fight. Win or lose. You know what I mean.
That's a great experience,
get ranked
dude.
or whatever, win or lose. Because I turned 26 at the end of the year, so at the top of next year, for sure, I'm turning pro.
For
so
sure.
That's why I gotta, get back to home, Youngstown, and get with Tommy and Sam, and create a plan for real. Because for real, those are honestly no shade against anyone else, but those are the 2 coaches that I just trust the most.
All right.
I know they would. I know they had my best interest. You know what I mean? So
Going to break.
that's my plan.
Brian, thanks for calling in, my man, and we'll get you on here sometime, brother.
Later, B.
Having trouble finding a DJ for your next event? Well, your search is over. Call AJ's Entertainment today. We do weddings, proms, homecomings, parties, and many more. There is no event we won't do. Need a photographer at your event? AJ's Entertainment can provide that too. And we have the best prices in town. Locally owned and operated, AJ's Entertainment will provide the fun and excitement you are looking for. Call us at 440-476-6031 or find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Our handle is AJ's DJ Service. AJ's Entertainment, bringing music to life.
All Drivers and the Gaetano Insurance Agency has been serving the area for over 40 years. We specialize in auto insurance and placing insurance on older homes and rental properties. Grab your current insurance papers and give us a call at 330-788-7283 or stop in to say hello and get a quote. You might just leave with some extra money in your pocket. We're located at 4489 Market Street in Boardman between Midlothian Boulevard and Shields Road. For all of your insurance needs, see All Drivers and Gaetano Insurance Agency today.
And now, back to Just Football with Matt Emps on Western Reserve Radio.
And we are back to Not Just Football with Matt Emsch, Brian Whan, joined here by Danny Rosenberger, Tom Cordell.
Hey.
Big fight coming up this Saturday night, Carnegie Music Hall of Homestead. Danny Rosenberger going to be in action. But before we get things rolling again here from the Gessler Propane Studio in the beautiful Struthers, Ohio, our producer, Jim Craven, who runs Western Reserve Radio here. What kind of things we got going on here at the station?
Coming up Saturday, the Cobras will be heading over to Gates Mills to wind down their 2019 GDFL season. They'll be taking on the Howard Huskies. 4:20 airtime, 4:30 kickoff right here on Western Reserve Radio. Join Mark Means and I for the call on that. And then we'll be off for 2 weeks awaiting the GDFL playoffs, which appears to be a first-round game against the #1 rated team in the nation, the Erie Express. There's good news.
You would think that was scripted there, how I threw it over to him and he just routed off. But he kind of looked like, oh man,
I've said it once or twice.
Yeah,
You definitely have he definitely has a radio voice.
He's got great radio voice.
Oh my God, that was fluent, perfect.
Mark Means he makes me do that. He works me out. It's almost the same thing. Gives me a script to read.
I really don't have I I don't think I really have like a radio face. I think, I'm kind of like on the cusp of having a TV face, except for my crooked lip that I got a little bit, the Sylvester Stallone, but I wouldn't say I got it.
that far.
I wouldn't say I got it. Hey, look at these python here, but I wouldn't say I got like a terrible radio voice, if you know what I'm saying.
What kind of radio are we talking about?
That 1-900 voice, yeah.
Oh, this is Brian. That reminds me of that Snoop Dogg clip on his Doggy Style CD.
Oh my gosh.
I can't say that though. I mean, actually, I can because I don't think we're.
How far did you just go back?
Are we? We're not like regulated by no FCC or nothing.
No, but we are regulated by the clients, so.
Okay.
The ones that pay the bills. Yeah. Those people.
Good times here. No, but make sure you tune in, support Cleveland Cobras football, and kind of keeps the people love football, man. It's the semi-pro football. It kind of just keeps the football scene going, man. But hey, we're going to have some high school football on the station, but we're going to be taking another call here. Fight Night in Youngstown. Who we got calling in?
Hey, this is Josh.
Who's this? Is that your brother?
Is this Josh Rosenberger?
Hey, what's going on, Brian? Put the pythons away, man.
Is this? Oh, is it Josh?
so we got the barber here.
Yeah.
Oh man, how's it going, my man? So August 14th, I think he said you're going to be coming out of the woodwork and making that debut here, huh?
Yeah, we'll see what's going. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what's going on.
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for his book.
Your manager said he'll pay for your book.
Yeah, I'll manage you.
Sounds good.
See, hey, that's confirmed on the air. Everybody heard it. August 14th.
Hey, Brian, I think you got a radio and a face, voice and a face down there.
My man, I appreciate. My man, I appreciate. Now, next time I'm.
Why are you brown nosing him anyway?
Because I'm awesome. Because he knows that if he knows, he saw that.
You're trying to get on the radio, ain't you, Josh?
Hey, Josh got that radio. Maybe, Josh got a radio look, though. Yeah.
But that boy can cut some hairs, man. Whenever I see him posting, man, he does a great job, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'm located at 524 North Main Street, Miles,
There you go,
baby.
No shame on it, man. Plug that again, man.
Baby.
Plug it.
Yeah, you can contact me at 330-881-1544.
Now,
always accepting new clients.
Now you don't you cut the voice of 1240 WBBW Mark Means' hair a couple times, right?
Mark Means, yeah, I just heard you mention him. I was like, yeah, it's my client. Yeah. Yep.
Mark's
He's
awesome,
a good guy.
man.
Good guy.
Yeah, Mark's a good dude. He told me a funny story the one time. All of a sudden, I guess he just got done getting his hair cut by you, and I guess you have a picture of Danny fighting or something like that. And Mark said something like, "Oh, well, do you something about?" I guess my name came up. All of a sudden, he texts me. He's like, "Do you know everybody?"
Matter of fact, Mark's listening right now.
Good old Mark Means.
Yeah, Mark's a good dude, man. Yeah, I have a picture of Danny. I think he's throwing like a straight, right?
It was Mark Daly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, you connected. It's a nice picture, but he came to the shop, and I'm like, oh, nice picture. What do you want me to do with this? He's like, hanging in your shop. I'm like, okay.
No.
So I got it there, and it's a good conversation starter.
Oh, absolutely.
No, see what happened is the other guys in the barbershop, they're like, hey, man, you need to bring a picture down here. You need to. They're begging me for weeks. So finally I did. And Josh is playing off like, what do you want me to do with that?
Playing all coy.
I'm like, bro, come on, man. It'll give you guys something to talk about while you're cutting the hair.
Dude, listen, if it wasn't for your brother fighing like every month.
Yeah. Oh, I know. What's he
I don't know what I would do with my website. Like I'm like I always know, like all of a sudden, like when I need something right, I'm like, I'll message Danny. I'll be like, Danny, man, when you fight, dude, I need something right.
I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. I got to fight next month. I got you.
He's like, well, I'm walking in the ring right now.
Yeah,
What's going on? What do you need?
Yeah, I keep Brian busy.
There's guys that you look at their box ranking, you might see like a fight a year. This guy had like 3 fights scheduled one time on there. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
I think that was last year. I think I had 3 scheduled at once.
I was like, this guy. No, but I think it's awesome how your family supports Danny, man. I know you'll be there on Saturday night, right?
I'll be there for sure.
I always see you there,
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get on, man.
You'll see me. I'll be the one pacing back and forth, yelling.
Yeah.
He's getting the win this time, man. I'm fairly confident. I don't think hopefully he doesn't leave in the judge's hands because I didn't like that decision at Mount Air 3 fights ago. And this is big, man. Danny gets this win. And what do we say? We're 1 win away from 500. This isn't just like, a 2-2 500. This is, almost. How many fights have you had now? This
It'd be
creeping
what,
up
7,
toward-
7, and 5,
this
7,
would be-
7, and 4.
Yeah,
creeping
this
up
would
towards
be like
20
se-
fights.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah, 20 fights.
and I mean, you know, and it's not like you know.
Look at my face.
And what's awesome about
Nobody
that?
wants to look at that
And it's not
I'm
one of
just
those
saying.
records where you look at it and so win, and all of a sudden you know you start stepping it up. This is a career
Yeah.
that's kind of like a baseball team, man, just trying to win the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he doesn't back down from fights. That's just what his record
Nope.
shows. You know, he takes any fights. It doesn't matter how many wins the guy
He's
has,
a
how many
throwback.
losses or whatever. It don't matter who he is, where he's from, you know, what his record's like. He just takes the fight. It don't matter. You know what I mean? He's getting that experience. So he's fighting guys with good records. He's fighting guys with okay records. So either way, he's getting that experience and he's getting that ring time, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? He started off a little rocky, but you know, once he gets some hands going, I mean, he's dangerous. I mean, he puts a right hand on anyone, no one's gonna get up from it. And once he figures that out, he's gonna be untouchable. And he's been, and from his last fight, he showed that. You know, gave a guy 2 standing 8 counts, and his strength's there. And
I knocked him down.
these
There's no
past few
standing
fights,
accounts
I
in
mean,
pro boxing, bro.
These past few fights, I've been going down the gym and just being there for him. And you know, what's better than having your own sibling there supporting you and getting on your ass about, you know, throwing them hands. So,
You know, we
I'm
take
excited for Saturday and looking to get that dub and bring it back to the
And after Saturday, we're looking at August 14th.
That's right. August 14th, man.
Hey, I got trunks for you too. You know, I get a
Oh,
new pair made every fight.
Hey, I'll make a deal. I'll make a deal with you guys. Danny, you pull this dub. I'll do a 1-fight deal for you guys, August 14th.
Sounds good, brother.
Deal. Everybody
So you know
heard
what
it.
you got.
Lock it
I
in.
want his trunks to have like the big Brutus the Bar Beefcake type scissors on them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that'd
there
be
you go.
fun. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Oh man. You guys want to call down and say what's up to you guys?
Appreciate it.
Danny,
All right,
man,
Josh.
I'll see you Friday morning. Get that fresh Friday haircut and
What are you gonna do with this beard?
just leave it, man. Let's let it grow.
Yeah.
Let it put a nice little
You gotta
line
trim
on
it
it.
up a little bit. It's looking a little scraggly from here.
Yeah, I got a massage earlier, and the Chinese guy was like, "Where's your family?
Time out.
Where are they from?"
I know.
No, we're not.
Chinese guy massages and
We're
shit.
talking about a different massage parlor than you're
Oh,
thinking.
man. I hope.
No, it was in the mall, and he was asking me he goes, "Where's your family from?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, He goes, "Where's your family?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Here." He goes, "No, what country?" I'm like, "This country, man."
Everybody thinks he's Palestinian or
Something.
Arabian.
Oh my God, Palestinian, Arabian, Greek, Italian.
I got a friend who's buried in Whan, and I was down there the one day, and I wanted to go visit his headstone, and I ended up making like a wrong turn somewhere. I kind of didn't know where I was, so I pulled into somewhere, pulled out to get out my phone and see where I was. This was probably like a year and a half ago, and so I'm sitting there on my phone, pulling up, the GPS to it and stuff, and all of a sudden I look over my right shoulder, and there's the tiger spa. I'm sitting there in my car in there. I'm like, oh man.
What happened is he got out of his car when he pulled into the tiger spa.
I was like, well, I'm here, but
yeah.
Tommy, isn't that where you retired from?
Yeah. We were supposed to keep that. We were supposed to keep that on a down low there, Josh. Come on, dude.
Putting hard eyes
I'm
on
gonna get off you
Quivers.
guys. Danny,
All
I
right,
love
brother.
you. Get that dub on Saturday. I'll see you guys. Brian, I'll see you there.
All right,
Tommy,
Absolutely.
see you guys.
Tomorrow at the
All
gym,
right, bro, love
brother.
you.
Thanks for calling in, brother.
All right, we'll see you guys. Take
All
care.
right,
Good night.
later.
I called him brother when he's actually your brother.
Everybody's brother. Yes.
Oh man, I like it when the phones light up, man. That day we had Rizemian on, I swear everybody in Alliance called.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
It was wild, man. He's a good kid though, man. I'm excited
yeah.
for him.
Oh yeah, he's a good dude.
He's got good people behind him, man, and Derek and Philly, and they want to keep him busy, man. You might have some competition for the busiest fighter in Northeast Ohio here, man.
Yeah.
Nah, we got that by.
Yeah. When you stay busy, it helps keep rust off.
Yeah.
I like to be active, and I don't want to be that guy like in his late 30s still trying to make something. So if I'm gonna do something, I want to do it now.
Do it now, yeah.
And that's why being my own boss right now, I can make my own schedule. I can like today I can leave half day, and tomorrow I can work half day, and Friday I don't even have to work. But a lot of fighters just they don't even have jobs, they just train. But with me, my company,
Let's talk about you put it out there, man.
Yeah, it's the masonry and chimney doctors. I do I repair chimneys, do all masonry work, brick, block, stone. It's great work. You should look at it on Facebook.
It's on there.
Yeah,
And,
he does awesome
If you go,
work.
if you go to my
His
website,
works.
if you go to my website or go to Youngstown Box News Facebook, the story I wrote on Danny, I plugged his company in there. I
Yeah.
plugged it in the article and stuff like that. Definitely, man, check him out. He does great work, man.
Appreciate it.
And you know what? And a lot of people don't realize, man, your chimneys don't last forever.
No,
you
they
gotta
don't.
get those inspected, man. Get what they call crowns or whatever and
Yeah,
stuff
new
like
crowns,
that.
tuck pointing, all that stuff.
And so, yeah, get those appointments called in, ahead of time, especially before winters. I know there's been cases where people go to use their chimney, and it
gets you get water damage. A lot of people are like, oh, I'll hold off. Then,
Yeah.
when you're missing mortar in between your joints there, what happens is that water has to go somewhere. So it's going to go in there. Then, once winter hits, it starts freezing. It'll expand your joints. It'll mess your brick all up, make it crooked, and that's a big issue. Then when you wait longer, that's when it gets more expensive. So you better pay the decent amount of money right now to get it fixed right compared to wait, and you got to do a tear down rebuild. It's going to cost you thousands rather than just a couple $100.
And that's it, man. And he's telling you right now, he'd rather take your business for a couple $100 than a couple $1,000. Even though I'm sure you don't mind those types either. But
I do not.
He definitely, man, heed that advice. And call in, get an appointment, man. Check my boy out. He does great work. I love that mailbox thing that you did, man.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
awesome.
mailbox built.
thing's
Yeah,
sweet,
it came
yeah.
out nice.
That was nice.
Those
That was
are
really
usually
nice.
the people who get their stuff destroyed by the snow plows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but and it's awesome, and I talked to you. I stopped downtown the other day. We were talking, and and that's another thing you said is your everyday work, man. You're constantly lifting heavy stuff, and you're able to incorporate your everyday work into your training. As far as that goes. And so even when you maybe take like a few days off of the gym, or maybe take a week off of the gym,
But I'm always active.
You're always active. You're always working, and with the job that you do. And except for when you took a little vacation to Cincinnati. Was that Cincinnati?
Yeah, I
you
went
went
down
to
to Cincinnati.
How was
for-
that, man? I saw you throwing some
He knows how to
axes.
throw some axes.
Yeah.
He knows how. Rachel's a lot better than him.
yeah,
though.
I seen Rachel
Hey,
on bullseye, man.
Hey, see, what's wrong with that is, sometimes when we argue, it gets scary watching her throw those axes.
Yeah,
So I just make sure I won't get her one.
No, she said she got about 3 or 4 in the house.
Yeah, you
They're
probably
hidden.
gave them to her.
There's a place. I seen there's like a place
I
in
only bought
Niles
her.
now.
I only bought her 2.
Yeah, there is. I was gonna text you this morning. I just seen it. I was actually driving.
Yeah.
Looking on Facebook. Yeah, it's not good. Don't do that. Anyway, they're starting. They have a league in Niles.
Yeah.
They're doing like a 4-man team league or something.
Oh, no
I
shit.
think that'll be fun to go play.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you throw like once or twice a week for the
Huh.
next 7 weeks. I think that'd be fun to do.
That
Might
would be
something
pretty
to take
cool,
a look
though.
into, man. That's awesome,
Yeah, I
man.
just got to learn how to throw an axe.
Do you, now, is it
How
a
heavy are
one
them
hand thing
things?
or two hand?
Yeah, see, a lot of females they say throw it with 2 hands, because they don't have that strength. Kind of
Yeah.
like how us macho guys, we.
Yeah.
I throw with the one arm, because I'm good at all that kind of stuff. But Rachel throws with 2 arms. A lot of female, yeah. This guy. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looks like it's fun, man. So I would think that maybe like I don't know, like I guess
don't
you
know.
wouldn't want to push this thing back,
What is it? More wrist or more bicep or
Kind of like
what
you're
is
throwing
it?
a baseball kind of, or it's almost like throwing darts, pretty much. Almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, like almost the same thing.
So I'd heavy.
For you.
Now, how heavy are them? What are they? About 3 pounds, 3-4 pounds?
Yeah, if that.
Oh, so they're not
Right.
like all that heavy then.
No, not like you see on Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Them big ass.
Like on the TV show.
That's wild. No, that looks fun, man. So when you're out of Cincinnati,
Yeah,
everybody I always know who's like from Cincinnati or goes down there, they always talk about a grocery chain called Juggle Jim's.
Yep, I went there. Yeah,
Oh, all right.
I got like 5 different types of hot sauces I bought.
What's so what
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like?
what-
do you know anything about this Jungle Jim's?
See what it is. When you walk in, it's a grocery store. Then they have a bar in the grocery store.
Yeah.
It's like any like let's say you want Italian food, it'll say Italy, and you'll go and have everything Italian, or like
Yeah.
it'll say Cuba, it'll all be Cuban food or Indonesian food or like all that. It's like all different type of ethnicity foods, and they have bar like all different beer.
So,
liquor.
so it's kind of like
So you could actually go in there and drink.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. In your buggies, they have like beer holders, cup holders.
No
That's
shit.
awesome.
Is it big? It got to be a big
Oh,
ass.
It's
store.
huge, I heard.
It's got to be
massive,
huge.
yeah.
I heard it's huge.
Probably about the size of a
Like,
Walmart or bigger.
Oh, it's like 2 Walmarts.
I know
Get the
people.
hell out of here.
I know
It's that big,
people.
it's that
I know
big.
people who go like they go on their vacation to Cincinnati just to go to Jungle Jim's.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Jungle Gyms is wild,
Now,
man.
is
I
that a
heard-
franchise or is it just in Cincinnati?
There might be like a couple locations, but all around that Cincinnati
Yeah, I just know
location,
they have one
maybe.
there, that's
Yeah.
all.
Now, the thing about Cincinnati, though, so
Cincinnati's huge.
if you were to fly into Cincinnati, where are you landing? Kentucky. The airport's in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I was going to say because I didn't think
So we
they
might
had
as-
an airport.
Isn't it closer to Louisville? Or they have their? I know they have their own.
Louisville, that's the thing. Louisville does have its own airport. And actually, I believe the Louisville airport is actually the main hub for the UPS freight flight. So I think they're actually handling more freight flights,
Than
than
personal
the personal flights. And I know FedEx flights are based out of Memphis. Their main hub.
okay.
Dude, honestly, there's a YouTube video. And just like Google, like how overnight express packages happens, and this guy talks about how many these overnight flights that come in on these FedEx and stuff like that. I mean, seriously, it is crazy the amount
Hundreds
of
of
flights.
planes a
Yeah,
day,
it's nuts. It is crazy how many flights are coming in and taking off.
That's just
you know?
FedEx. What about UPS? What about now? Does Amazon don't have no planes, right?
They
I don't believe Amazon does.
They have their own delivery service. Now.
Yeah, they have
Amazon
their
just
own
has
deliveries and
warehouses everywhere.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I don't believe they fly in the air.
Yeah, but so
Unless they
maybe
get their shit from
Amazon,
UPS or FedEx.
Amazon probably does use like FedEx and
Well,
them.
they
then
did
get
the
it.
Amazon Prime. Now they have Amazon Prime vans that drive around. Now.
Yeah.
and you'll start
yeah,
seeing
when
them.
they got-
Yeah.
Troy's
and
supposed
when
to
they
be
got
getting a job with them. Yeah.
And now when they
Them
got the
things are sweet.
spillway action too, I seen some rider trucks with Amazon people getting out of it too. So Amazon's wild, man. And while we're on this subject, Amazon Prime.
Oh god.
There was a show. I can't go there. Yes, I can. No.
I already know what
I
you're
got-
talking about.
Just go.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It looks like it's like recorded by a sixth grader.
Yeah, you know, actually, but
Because I know somebody who's on there, and he actually did a great job on it. But I'm just going.
I got about 4 minutes into it. I'm like, I can't.
I want to tell Jim off the air so you could check this out, dude. It's wild. Oh man, I haven't started to laugh.
Oh my god.
It looks like a sixth grader record. And my understanding is, dude, like, you know, when you're doing a production like this, you got to have a microphone, like an off.
Yeah, you can't hear. I had my TV turned all the way up. I barely could hear it.
This isn't even one of those adult video cameras that have the microphone that comes off of it, man. I mean, this is like they're just using like a pretty much like a $200, you know. What do you call it, Jim?
What are we talking about?
Yeah, I have no
paying
idea.
attention to this.
Did you watch it at all?
It was
Yeah, I
good.
watched all
Did
three
you see where it
episodes.
said 1999, but there's a flat
getting a
screen
little
in the
weird.
one thing?
Yeah, or like it's supposed to be 1999, and
It
there's
says
a,
1999 in the corner on the screen, but they walk in this room. There's a flat screen above a fireplace.
yeah, or the one
all
scene
right,
is
of
supposed to be
course.
1999, and there's a dude on a hoverboard in the corner that wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be in. Okay, there's a show that came out locally. It was called Mafia Ties.
Oh yeah.
It finally
I
hit
know a few
Amazon.
dudes in there. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, gotta watch it, dude. It's a riot.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah, I watch all
I
three.
gotta
episodes.
get
There's
that
3
Amazon
episodes on there.
But I have a feeling this
Is
show
it pretty good? No. Low budget. I know it's low budget.
I got through the first
Well, it was
half.
filmed in Youngstown. Come on.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling this show, it's Youngstown. Dude, this is Youngstown,
Yeah.
though. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's recorded Youngstown
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
But I have a feeling this show could actually go big time just based on like how funny it is. Like, you know, because
Like the-
I gotta watch it. I gotta get Amazon
Yeah,
Prime.
yeah.
because I
gotta
think
get it.
outsiders who come across this thing, they might just, you know.
They'll make Youngstown seem what it sounds like, right?
Oh, man. All right. I finally got that off my chest.
All right.
I've been bottling that up, and I've had to say. My producer is telling me something, but I don't know.
Check your phone.
Oh.
That's trying to be like quaint about it, you know.
Dude, I
just
don't-
just a production
you see-
note. That's all.
see,
Oh, my daughter's got my phone.
Oh, never mind. Okay, no big deal.
Okay.
She wasn't gonna tell you, was she?
You see
Dude, no.
Tyson Fury and Wilder, they signed that contract in February?
February?
Yeah.
It's going down?
Oh, they did sign it?
Yeah, that's what I just
Nice.
heard today.
Nice.
Here's something about it. My daughter's 7, and Jim, you got your kids are how old?
It'd be 12 next week.
Okay, dude, nobody has a quicker finger than a kid that has your phone when you got a call coming through and they're watching a YouTube video.
Oh.
Ignore.
Just I'm like Victoria, did Daddy get a call?
Nope.
We park the car. I get out, look at my thing. It's like 30 missed calls. Missing jobs because of her. No.
Yeah, right.
No, but she's awesome, man. But no, this is awesome, man. So here we go, man. You're what, 3 days away?
3 days.
What's your weight at?
Last night after I ran, I was 153.
But you had that chicken.
Yeah, but we just had that chicken fajita over there, bro. So you're about 58.
Right? No, I'm not up that high. I'm probably realistically with my clothes off. Don't get excited. I'm probably 156.
I'll try not to.
I'm sure. I can't even think of a name to throw out there of your masseuse. I was going. What's his name?
Dude, I have no idea.
He knows. He knows.
I don't know.
He knows. Yeah, first name base. Probably got him in his phone right here. Look at his phone.
Oh my god.
No, but that's like Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he had a masseuse on payroll.
Oh, he got everybody on payroll.
Yeah,
anything.
But how long is that money going to last him?
Oh, it's going to last him all the time. He made some great investments, dude. They said he got over $1 billion worth of real estate.
What, in Showgirl, or what is it?
No. He's
he's
with
like a
Warren
real
Buffett.
estate
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Him and Warren Buffett are real tight.
Yeah. I think he didn't.
He got
blow
over
his
$1
money on
billion.
dumb.
No, he's smart
he buys
with his
dumb
money.
stuff, but
He buys dumb stuff, but I mean,
with his money.
he got so many millions of dollars. It's unbelievable. He got to spend it. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Just,
I mean, the last fight was what, 306 million.
Something is sick. It's sick.
300.
Well, that's the thing. When you're singing that much money, man, you got to spend. And I remember that was the thing. I remember reading an article about Alanis Morissette, who likes to consider herself thrifty, and likes going thrift shopping, reusing, buying old furniture, redoing it.
Who's this?
Alanis Morissette.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
I guess her accountant called her one day and said, "Listen, girl, you got to spend money.
You got to spend. Yeah, They got to. They got to spend.
I mean, Jagged Little Pill. Jagged Little Pill had to have been one of the top 3 selling albums of the '90s. Probably at least top 5 selling. I'd imagine, alongside Pearl Jam's 10 and Nirvana's Nevermind, probably up there with those ones.
Yeah.
Jim, you're a '90s guy. Would you probably say that?
I have no idea because if it's not on ESPN or something, I don't know what it is. ESPN, Fox News, Sports, whatever.
Hey, my man Josh Collins said that his boy Colton had a chance to spar with Danny at Downtown Box Club the other day. Appreciated the session with a great pro. His black guy off the jab, LMAO. Good job. Good luck on your fight, Danny. We're all looking forward to the W.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
Josh Collins, he's a good dude, man. He's he's a loyal listener to the show. He helps Ron Jackson out down at Salem Boxing Club. And I had a chance. You ever been down to Salem?
I was down at the old gym. I haven't been to the new gym yet.
Oh, it's awesome, man. It's got storefront and everything, man. It's pretty sweet. It's it's kind of like the forgotten gym, the Mahoning Valley. It's kind of like out there in Salem a little bit.
Yeah, it's way down there.
But they had Drew Smith down there for a while. Drew did really good while he was down there. Now because he's going to YSU, Drew's over at Burnside's. But no, great people down there at Salem Boxing Club. Ron Jackson. I think I'm going to try to get Josh Collins to come on here, bring his son Colton on here, and just kind of talk about Salem Boxing Club, promote it up a little bit, and kind of fill things up a little bit. So. And that's the thing, man. If there's a story to be had, I try to cover it. Try to give everybody their fair shake.
Write something.
I always get
about me.
I always get asked.
He has to write something else besides me.
That's it too, man. I always get
something
asked.
up and coming.
Yeah, it's like the one time I sit there scrolling, I'm like Danny's story. Oh, come on, man. I need something else. Well, I'll tell you who's at least trying to stay busy is Danny Infant over there at Burnside, man. And I give that kid all the credit in the world because I think he's taking it. He'll fight all comers, man.
Yeah, he fought a real tough guy.
He fought that Sonny Kanto, man, who's a top-ranked fighter.
Top-ranked fighter, yeah.
From my understanding, I mean, he lasted over a round with the dude, and that dude was getting people out in 30 seconds. So
yeah, was it middle of the second round or something like that? He got stopped.
So I'm hoping that they're able to maybe find Danny, win in his near future and stuff like that. It's a hard sport.
They're out there.
Yeah.
Got 2 minutes left. Oh man, I wasn't supposed to say nothing.
Yep, 2 minutes. There's not going to be any exit music. I was trying to tell you that, but she's got your phone, so the automation's acting up.
Okay. Yeah, my daughter joined me this time.
We know who's in charge.
She calls
to clear it up.
Yeah,
she calls the shots in my life, But
we know. We're all there, man. We're all there.
So we're about 90 minutes out. Anything you want to say going to this fight, man?
I just want to thank everybody who supports me every fight. Win, lose, draw, because I get a lot of those.
Yeah, king of the draw.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for letting me on here, Brian. I appreciate everything you do.
Oh man, thanks for coming on, man.
Tommy, take your time out. Yeah, you spend all your time.
Enjoy.
You don't get paid unless I give you money after the fight. So you're down there on your own time, and giving all your hard work, helping me get ready, and same with Sammy, and I just much appreciated you guys.
Well, we appreciate you
And
too.
plug-
I mean, we
plug your,
enjoy doing it.
Plug Combat Athlete.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Brian,
Also, that's what I was doing next.
Great trainer.
Yeah, so Combat Athlete in Howland, Brian, man, I can't explain what he does. A lot of fighters, they need
conditioning, man. He's a hell of a strength and conditioning coach. You want to.
He'd be like, I have something good for you. Nice and easy
get it
day.
together.
I've been down there and checked out.
You've seen,
nice facility too. Great guy.
Yeah, right there in Howland on the corners. By the end of the workout, he goes, nice easy workout we have for you today. Then you can ring your clothes. Yeah, you're basically like come out like a swimming pool. No, it's great though. I recommend it to all athletes, any sport.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for 25 years.
25, 30 years.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Well, thanks for coming on tonight, guys.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
Definitely, man. Check out
Appreciate
youngstownboxingnews.com. I'll be reporting on his fight, writing on that victory. Thanks for coming out, man. Definitely do this again. For Brian, Danny, Tom,
This is
Jim,
Tailback
we're out, Youngstown.
Thanks, guys.
Tony Falone, and you're listening to Western Reserve Radio, home of the Cleveland Cobras on westernreserveradio.com.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on Western